Hey, Scott, it's nice to see you. I read your piece this morning, and I share your concern about the rate of spread of the Delta variant and just this idea that maybe we're not ready for how quickly that could ramp up to some of the numbers we were dealing with. But what if you have it backwards? What if the Delta variant is what we needed to wake up the half of the country that's been resistant to vaccines? We've now got evidence in the last week that states with the lowest vaccination rates and the highest incidences of soaring cases are now seeing people running for vaccines. Arkansas, Florida, Louisiana, Missouri, and Nevada in the last week, where they have low vaccination rates and a lot of cases, people are racing to get vaccinated. So what if that's actually a good thing, because people would prefer not to send their kids back to school this September in masks, and this was the wake-up call we needed? I know it's not a good thing when people get sick, but what if that's how it plays out? And then the second part of that is, no offense, calling for a possible 10% correction is not particularly profound, given that since 1950 we've had 36 corrections. So that's one on average every 20 months or so. So it's like I almost feel as though, like, yeah, of course 10% could happen. It happens all the time. So I just wanted to get your reaction to those two ideas.
Let me also, before you answer that, Scott, we are getting some new data in terms of the level of vaccinations, where the U.S., this news just coming out moments ago, where the U.S. has seen the highest number of newly vaccinated people since July 1st. So to Josh's point, this, if you want to call it new fear, is prompting people to get vaccinated.
Right. Yeah, and then, look, I think to that point, what that is being made here is that's good. It's just even at that sort of pace, if you believe, the data, where, we're sitting around 60,000 cases a day, and it's rising, and there's a 2-week incubation period. All the vaccines in the world that we give people in the next 2 weeks isn't going to keep us from, tripling that number of cases, which would be,
But it could keep us from lockdowns.
Right, and well, then we get to the political question, right? And that the lockdowns are entirely a political question in my mind. But I want to answer your second question, Josh, which I think is excellent. I think what you're saying is obvious, and in terms of the likelihood of a correction, there's nothing unusual here, right? And I often tell people I love people who have a grasp for the obvious because they're so uncommon. And I think you're right. It is obvious. And, Scott just made a comment a moment ago, a 10 to 20% correction here could be, it's pretty painful for some people. So, yeah, I agree with you 100%. I like to basically try to look for the obvious things, which I think the market is just asleep on.